here we go. We're gonna just about ready to, okay, there. I got more done on the winch. I got the headlights on the other day. I'm working on some of the details down here now. And I got this front piece here. You can see that last cable, right? That last cable goes through here and up through here, up into this part. So there you can kind of see the cables without the blade. And there's the other light on. And then I got to still work on the other, it's more of the detail on the other side. So when I got the little grab handles bent and put them on right there, and here's one. And then there's one back here on that back and one on that side and two on the other side. So I got those done. So I'm getting there. So I'm going to keep going. I thought maybe today I would get a little farther than I did, but I didn't, so whatever. So I'm going to tomorrow work on it again. Now I'm shooting for Tuesday to get it done, the building done. And then I'll start disassembling it and start sanding everything piece by piece. And then I'll get the primer around and the spray gun ready, and I'll start shooting it with primer. And we'll see how far along in the week I am. But I always have something in my mind how much I want to get done, and it doesn't always work out to my plan. But at least I have a goal every day, and it gets me up and gets me out here, and I still like it. I still like getting up, and I walk on the treadmill every morning 7 days a week, and then I have a certain time that I'm out here every day at the same time, and my lunch hour is exactly the same. And I come in at night the same, so I still like having a routine, and so I'm still very happy with it. So I was just going to. I got a big snowdrift right here. I'm afraid to go out, so I'm gonna have Deb shine. This one. Maybe you guys can see it. You can see that, Deb? Can you see that?
It should be on the other side.
You want to go on the other side?
Yeah. I'm afraid it's going to fall on my head. Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I figure we better knock that down before. Maybe I'll push it out so the icicles don't come in the shop. Ooh. A little more up there. There, so now somebody's got to clean that up. Oh, wait. There, we got that knocked down. And I was going to just take a second and thank everybody again for subscribing. Got a lot of subscriptions this week. Very excited about that. That tells me that you are liking what we're putting on there. So, and we always laugh when people say, I make the garden tractors, I make the toys, I make the snow plows, I make a lot of different stuff. And they always say, Don, is there anything you can't do? And we always laugh and say, yeah, there's a lot that I can't do. So we were going to show you how I juggle. It's been a while, but here's the chainsaw, and here's the knife. And I'm sure you've seen this a lot on TV. And instead of fire, we got an apple. We had an old street performer named Crazy Richard, and he had 2 knives, and he juggled an apple, and he ate the apple while he was juggling. Remember, Deb? It was crazy. It was kind of messy. Remember, it was like all over him, but he did it. He juggled the apple. So it took me a while to master it. So anyway, there's the knife, and there's the, I know this isn't a real chainsaw, it's just an electric chainsaw. So when you first start, you got to kind of just start, and then Deb throws me the apple. But that's when I was a little younger. So now what we're gonna do is I'm probably just gonna cut the apple with a knife, and we'll just probably shear the apple. So then the next thing was the pins. I used to juggle the pins really good, and you throw one up and you can't do it inside them. It's dangerous. And I got hit in the head a lot learning, but I liked it. The pins are good, so I really can do it, but I have to do it outside because you got to throw them up and get them spinning. So then where we're at is just the little juggling balls. So I haven't done this in a long time, and I can't. I'm a lot older, and I don't know if my coordination is going to be any good or not. So I can't, I'm looking right at the light, so I can't see real good. So let's see if I can do it or not. Okay, here goes. Yeah. Nope. Okay, here we go. Been a while. Ah!
It's a long time.
Been a long time. So unless I get a little better at this, I better not try the chainsaw and the knife routine. Okay, ready?
Oh yeah, you're ready for them.
You ready for the chainsaw? How about the fire? Do the fire?
Yeah, but no, I can't throw the apple because you already chopped it. Well, can't do that today. Yeah, good job.
Here, you throw the apple. Oh, you can't throw the apple if you got the camera. Okay, so we'll just have to end up slicing it. Oh, it's a meat cutter too. Some of you might have seen the picture of me as a meat cutter. So I'm really good with the butcher knife, even in the kitchen. I can cut up chickens and turkeys, and I really enjoy it. So anyway, everybody, thanks again. Thanks again. We had a great week with a lot of new subscribers, a lot of nice comments. I'm still trying to answer a lot of them. I can't get them all, but yesterday we had 13,000 visitors. So I mean, that is awesome. That's awesome. So Nicole was right. She said there was a lot of people would probably like to see what I'm doing, and especially if these are my last models. I think it's fun to. It's been really fun for the people that have seen. People have no idea what it takes to build something out of steel, especially a dozer where you're hand building the tracks. And so, and there's the blade. It'll look day and night different. You still have to really use your imagination to see what it's going to look like. But I'm 99% happy with it. I'm never 100% happy with none of them, but I like it. So if the person that I'm building it, the person that might want it doesn't want it, I will probably keep this one then, because this is pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure he wants it, because he has a real one just like it. So, but I'm just saying there's that chance, just a 1 in a million chance that he doesn't. I think I would keep this one. And then over here, right there, just showing to these tires. Over here, I waited 20 years to build this model with these tires right here. I was going to build the big bud, and things didn't work out, so we passed on that. So I went ahead back to something on my list. I wanted to build the 740 Big Bud, but we decided we were going to try to build the smaller one. That was fine, but things didn't work out, so we had to pass on that. So now what I did was I moved ahead to, I always wanted to build a large scale 40-20 with dual wheels on the back. And so this is my dream project, a large scale 40-20, and then these four going on a large scale 60-30. And so I mean, I'm totally excited about that. But before I get to the 40-20, I'm going to build E.J. Potter's double ugly, one of his tractors. And these tires right here look a little similar to, this is the closest tires that I have that look like, and it's going to be it'll be a small scale, but I think it's going to be very cool to build it. I've never built a pulling tractor. I have no doubt that I can do it. I've built so many things that, you know, how many things have I built, Deb? Like 100?
We had that discussion before.
Okay. So anyway, I'm the only question would be is if I can't see something, I can only build what I can see. So I have to guess at the other stuff. But I think I can see enough of the frame on the E.J. Potters to build the frame. I can see quite a bit of the details on the top of the engine, the Allison engine, and I can see the front axle. I can see how the front of it is. I can't see nothing on the back, but I can just imagine that it was just a minimum frame that he just had hardly no metal to work with, and so I'll just make it just maybe kind of an angle iron type frame on the back and with a hitch. And so I'm very excited to do the pulling tractor too. So we got the pulling tractors next, the 40-20, then the 60-30, and I want to build a plow, a matching plow for them, both of these. I think that would be awesome to build large scale plows, very detailed, every bolt in them. And then after this, I always wanted to build a large scale 988 cat loader. I love the old cat loaders, and I just thought it would be very cool. I built one years ago, but it was a small one. It was just a small. Let's see. I think I got some more tires right here. I built a couple. I built some rubber tire dozers and some, which they turned out nice. I think it's still, these are closer to 1/16 scale, but I love the treads on them. I still have 8 of these tires, so I still have kind of a plan to build. I want to build something that I've never built before, like a Lorraine loader, or maybe a Massey Ferguson loader, something that just is very unique. And so anyway, this 4 will go on something like that. And then, like I showed you before, sheesh.
What?
Jeez, oh Pete, are you all right? So anyway, the 988 will go on. I have more of these tires. I have more of these tires out back too. So the 988 will go on these. The 98 will go on this. So this will give you an idea. Some of you saw the 994D loader that I built. This kind of, I'd say the wheelbase on that 988 would probably be maybe right there. So that would give you a pretty good idea. Just the scale it would be. So it would probably be not 1/12. It would be maybe 1/6 scale. I get whatever whatever the diameter of the tire is, then you multiply that by the height of the tire on the real machine, and how many ever tires it takes to get to the height of the real machine. If it's 6 tires, then it's 1/6. It takes 6 of those, so that's 1/6 scale. If it takes 12, then that's 1/12 scale. So I'm saying this right here, I think 4 of these would be the height of a real tire on a 40/20. So I'm just guessing that that's why I'm saying quarter scale, because it has to be the scale of this tire. The tire determines if the tire doesn't look right on the machine, and the rest of the model don't look right. So people ask me all the time, how do you figure the scales? And every one of them is different. This is 1/16, so this is quarter scale. So we figure this one here is going to be probably 1/6 or possibly 1/5. So you got all these here. This is maybe depending on the machine. So here you got some pulling tractor tires that would be on a little tractor like and I'd say that would probably be 1/16 scale, that diameter. And you got truck tires, some little semi-truck tires, and you got some more different diameters. They're all different diameters. So it's all, none of them are the same unless the diameter of the tires are the same. So on these, I probably built 20 of these. I bought 100 of these tires. I mean, I bought every tire. When I was going to toy shows, I bought every tire I could find, because I just knew that someday they would not be available anymore, and you can't find them. You cannot find them anymore. I haven't been able to find them for probably 10 years. So I'm glad that I got them. I have 8 left, but I have my grandson has 4 on one of his toys, and I'm waiting for him to outgrow it, and I want that toy. I want that toy for the Tarek, if you're watching. I want that. I think we already bent the axle last time we were at your house. We were horsing around with them trucks, and we bent the axle on it. So Nicole, don't throw it away. I want that toy truck. In fact, he might have 2. He might have 2 of them. So if he does, then that's 8 more tires for Grandpa. So anyway, that's kind of give you a little bit more idea what my hobby's all about. And and you're really enjoying the snow plowing, the snow blowing videos. I tried putting on a bunch of old machinery, but that doesn't seem to really interest a lot of people. That's pretty boring to most people. So it's the old timers like me that probably likes the old stuff. But we're trying to mix it up. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff with the Great Lakes shipping. We're gonna do the Paul R. Tagurtha. We have 1,000 pictures there, so we're gonna get some of the most interesting pictures in the engine room and up in the bridge and down in the bottom of the ship, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna post one with a bunch of those, and then we're gonna do another one on the icebreaker Mackinac. We rode on the Mackinac, I think 5 different times, 2 times breaking ice, once under the Mackinac Bridge, and the snowmobilers were following us right along the edge where we were breaking the ice, and the captain told a couple of the crew members, said, keep an eye on those guys, because if that edge breaks off, they're going under, we got to stop. And that was crazy, watching them, thinking any minute they were going to die, and that was crazy. So the next time we went up to, all the way from Sheboygan, we went all the way to the Sioux Locks, and we stopped and broke the ice through the rock cut, and that was very cool. And then we ended up riding all the way up to the lock, so that was cool. And then one time we were on the Mackinac at Traverse City at the Cherry Festival, and the Blue Angels, the ship was the focal point, and so we were right on the top of the Mackinac as the Blue Angels were coming all directions right towards us, and then they would shoot straight up. So that was an awesome experience that day. And then we rode on the Mackinac 2 other times in the summer. One for a family cruise under the bridge, and the one time we rode on it breaking ice, and the ice was like 35 inches thick. The captain said that was one of the thickest ice sheets that he had been through in years. And at noon we were just getting ready to go under the captain's, eating lunch. And we were getting ready to go under the Mackinac Bridge, and we were sitting at the captain's table, and our plates and our glasses and everything was sitting on the table. And that ship and that table was vibrating so much our glasses were moving. And Deb and I were looking at each other like, you better grab your glass because it's vibrating right off the table, you know. And the captain and his wife and kids, they didn't think nothing of it, you know. But it was really cool. We were sitting in at the captain's table, and we were looking out the little portholes from the captain's room there, and we could see the Mackinac Bridge. We went underneath of it, and I mean, that ice was so thick. So anyway, we want to share that too. So anyway, we'll let you go. I'm quitting early today. Deb said I could have the rest of the day off, so we'll next time. In fact, this is the last time you'll see the dozer together. The next time it's going to be all apart. And so now my goal is that by Christmas Eve, this is all going to be primed. So if I can get it apart and get everything sanded this week and get it sprayed, then that was kind of my, when we first started talking about building this, I wasn't even going to start it till around Christmas time. So to have it done and primed on Christmas Eve, that'll be great. That'll be great. So anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks again. See you. Have a nice afternoon.